Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and we have some really good news to go over here in today's video. It's no secret that Season 4 of Black Ops 6 has gone over like a fart in church. Nobody is happy with the update. It broke half the game, for crying out loud. Activision is getting lampooned by the entire community, and while all that was happening, Activision, of course being them, decided they were going to pull off some more shady nonsense. They were hiding player ranks within pre-game lobbies as a way to mitigate the sheer amount of people rage quitting all the time, which is so ironic, really, because when they first started talking about skill-based matchmaking, they claimed that a big part of it was people are backing out too much. That has a negative ripple effect on the entire player base and everything. But so many people now are backing out as a direct result of skill-based matchmaking. I think we said, what, about 7 on average for my testing the other day? So many people are backing out as a result of that system that it's breaking the servers, essentially. So they thought they could trick players into staying in those lobbies by hiding player levels. Well, it took over 24 hours, but eventually they came out and said, oh no, that was a bug. We're so sorry. We didn't mean to do that, when clearly they were testing the feature out and gathering as much player data on it as possible. And then this happened earlier today. Here we see from the official COD Updates Twitter, a UI feature test that surfaced select store content in the loadout menus was published in the Season 4 update in error. This feature has been removed from the live game. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. How stupid does Activision really think we are? Season 4 has been out for like half a week now, and they just now realize at 4 p.m. Pacific, right towards the end of their workday, that this quote unquote bug was in the game. Do they really think they're being slick here, man? Do they really expect people to believe that this was a UI feature test? And even if it is, right, let's give them the benefit of the doubt here. They completely outed themselves, right? Because they planned for this to come to the game. Maybe not necessarily in Season 4, but still something that they tested, developed, and even implemented. So if it did accidentally make its way into the game with Season 4, it's still something that they wanted to do. The only reason why they would remove it is if that feature was universally hated, and if that feature did not pass the old cost-benefit analysis check. They saw the complete and total disaster that has been Season 4 so far. They saw the amount of people that hated that feature. They saw all the videos, all the posts, all the tweets, all the articles covering it, and then they backed down, man. That is what happened here. They probably saw in their precious data that those advertisements within our creative class, and I still can't believe it. I feel like I have to go like brush my teeth or something like that, man. The advertisements that they put in our creative class still doesn't feel right to say, but they realized those things were not leading to a lot more shop bundle purchases, but it was leading to a ton of community backlash and a lot of negative PR, which is why after 3 days of testing this, they finally decided to take it down. I called all of this back in my Season 4 review, man. This was all 100% intentional. They definitely meant to do all of this, but with how much of a buggy mess this season has been, they have the plausible deniability to hide behind the broken patch. They can essentially use their own incompetence as a shield from criticism. They can claim ignorance, but we all know exactly what is going on here, and that's why all of this has been so vindicating, man. I talked about it in a recent video where I showed you guys like just how happy, like old clips and everything, right? Just how happy I was when I was playing and covering the Call of Duty franchise before all this bullshit started happening. I explained that the reason why I keep going is because I want Call of Duty to go back to those days, and any tiny amount of influence or power or whatever I have here, I want to use that for good. I want to do what I can as one person to try to get the COD franchise back on track, and with everybody collectively just hating on Season 4, we were actually able to get some positive change added to the Call of Duty franchise. We have proven time and time again that when the community actually gets behind a cause, that positive change can happen within this series. The final boss obviously is going to be skill-based matchmaking, but there are tons of examples of community backlash leading to positive changes and updates for the series, and most recently here is Season 4, we got those lobby ranks fixed as well as the stupid creative class ads removed. That is what happens when the community fights back, so hopefully all those people who just say, oh, you're just a complainer, a rage baiter, stop complaining, just give up, nothing's ever gonna change. I'm keeping a tally. I am keeping a tally. I'm keeping receipts for those people. And according to my sheet that I got written down right here, you naysayers owe all of us a lot of flowers, man. I know BT said he liked roses. I'm personally a fan of lilacs myself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like the fine folks over at the COD Updates Twitter page are working overtime to come up with plausible lies to feed the player base. Season 4 itself has not gotten any better. It's still an absolute shit show, and not even a free weekend event has been able to help the bleeding player base. The Verdansk honeymoon phase is well behind us at this point. There was an update to Warzone today, but early reports are coming in that the update didn't really do a whole lot to fix the game. It's still broken, and hackers are everywhere. And do you guys remember them saying that the cheating situation was essentially going to be be fixed during Season 3. Like, you guys remember that, right? What the hell ever happened there? If memory serves correctly, Season 3 was going to be the start of the updates and everything to the anti-cheat, right? And then Season 3 Reloaded was going to be when basically everything was going to be fixed and everything was going to be hunky-dory. Well, here we are in Season 4, and it's just as bad as ever. Though, honestly, I would not be surprised whatsoever if the hacking situation does slowly improve over time, because I bet even the hackers are getting tired of this bullshit, and they probably don't want to have to deal with all the nonsense that happened with Season 4. Like, who cares if you have wall hacks and auto-aim if the servers are stuttering constantly and your matches are looking like this? You guys know what the worst part about this is? Like, with all the drama, you know, with all the controversy, with all the nonsense that's been happening, Activision are still being Activision. And just today, amidst all the backlash and everything, they revealed yet another $30 shop bundle that's coming to the game tomorrow. It's going to be like the ballerina operator from John Wick or something like that. And also looks like today they added yet another camo into the game, right? So you guys may not have heard about this. So they added a new camo for players to earn within Black Ops 6. It sort of looks like a scuffed version of Exclusion Zone from Modern Warfare Remastered. Like, instead of being green, it's kind of yellow and it's not even animated for some reason. But here's the kicker, man. How you earn this camo is by buying some official merch over at the Call of Duty store. They've had a couple of camos like this in the past, but you can only get this thing during the month of June. And just look at how expensive most of this stuff is, man. This is the official Call of Duty shop here. For crying out loud, they want like $60 for a sweatshirt, not a hoodie, but a sweatshirt, $40 for a t-shirt, and the freaking website UI does not even function properly. Like, what am I doing here? Like, where is the money this franchise is making going? We all thought Bobby Kotick was like the worst thing to ever happen to gaming. Well, he's long gone. Microsoft took over, Bobby Kotick stepped down and everything, and somehow things appear to just keep getting worse. We all kind of thought there for a while that Microsoft buying Activision was going to have some positive change for the series, right? Getting rid of exclusivity, and I was quoted as saying back then, saying that just something needs to happen to Call of Duty. If Microsoft takes over and makes some changes or whatever, at least that'll be something different compared to the bullshit we've been dealing with over the course of the past couple of years. But I just think I was wrong there. I think we were all pretty much wrong. Like, Microsoft taking over, I mean, sure, the exclusivity aspect is mostly gone, but other than that, it seems like Black Ops 6 has been one of the worst Call of Duties to ever release. The monetization is completely out of control, but at least we can take some solace in the fact that we as the community do still have a say in what happens to the COD franchise. With everybody calling out Activision on their bullshit with the launch of Season 4, we got a couple of their terrible decisions reversed, and that's at least a step in the right direction. It will be interesting to see how they handle the rest of the backlash for Season 4, so of course I will keep you guys updated as we learn more and as more things develop over the course of the next couple of days. They have a rough road ahead of them, man. Like, they have to try to win back so many people in the player base, but at the same time, we're also heading into COD 2025, and there's a lot I could say about that, so I think I'm going to save that topic for another video. So for right now, we're going to wrap things up here today. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video here today. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Be sure to sub if you're new around here. Thank you so much for watching and for your continued support of my channel, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.